Hey guys, what is up? NYK31 here, Madden 21, and got a couple of games here in this video. The last two games of Weekend League I played over this past weekend, and along with my online league games, these are pretty much the first games I played post the update to fix the damage that the update did as far as the drop passes are concerned and all that good stuff that we went over last week. But anyhow, as far as what you're going to be seeing here, I'm going to be running the air raid on offense, an Arizona playbook, and just going over stuff as far as what I'm reading on the field and what my thought process is as far as running what I'm running, and also the way I want to play defense has changed as well. As you see here, I'm doing a little bit of disguised pre-snap shell work. But as I was saying, the way I want to play defense has changed a little bit as well due to the fact that as a result of the update, some match quarters coverage principles were compromised when it comes to dealing with trips formations. Palms and cover six are still intact. In quarters, they have removed the quarters solo check versus trips. It's now just straight spot drop, and C9 plays out the same way. The solo side corner in C9 is now spot dropping along with the rest of the coverage versus trips. And that really put a cramp on things because C9 was one of my major go-tos as far as defending trips. Well, not really trips, but more so bunch and split close along with palms. Now I can only really call palms and cover six and man if I want to play C9 or switch looks to a cover three buzz look. I have to make some hot routes in order to not get torn apart if I'm not playing straight man. I don't play a whole heck of a lot of spot drop zone coverage, as you guys know. So I've had to kind of figure it out as I go along. So my defense is now more man coverage with the quarters, palms, and C6 stuff mixed in, along with buzz match, and not a whole heck of a lot of C9 unless there's a tendency where they throw to the wide side solo side receiver on an outward breaking route. I can trap that with a soft squat on with C9. So that's a bit of a bummer, but we adapt and overcome. So anyway, in this game, I'm down 7-0 there. And you see Reggie Bush, who I recently added with a nice dash of coin. And we throw a touchdown pass to Jonnu Smith down the seam in the red zone. So we get back tied 7-7. And my opponent here basically is running out of shotgun tight as he throws right into double coverage. That was quarters. That was straight quarters there, playing that really well. And here is quarters again, and he runs the zone read right into the defensive end. So basically different but the same. And here is straight cover three buzz, and my seam flat just lets the crosser just cross his face. Didn't do too much damage, but still, stuff like that. They didn't really fix any coverage bugs as far as what's in the flaws that were in cover two, cover three, quarters and palms for the most part are still there. They addressed, like I said, the man coverage motion snap stuff and the snap throw out of bunch in some zone coverages, mainly cover three and also quarters. But a lot of the borks and cover three are still in the game. As you saw there, a turnover on downs on a throw out of set that looked really weird. So anyway, I'm back on offense. Get Reggie Bush in space, run a little shallow cross there with Jonnu Smith, who's really holding his value pretty well. And we'll kick the field goal here to go up 10-7. He actually ran into the kicker, or roughing the kicker, but with 3 seconds left in the half, I just take the points. So back on offense and going to the flat and taking that and the shallow cross whenever it's offered to me until he tightens up and takes it away. Here he tries to do a little hard flatting there, and I hit the corner route on the smash concept. I hit the hitch route a couple of times earlier, and he adjusted to roll up his corners there in hard flats, and you just hit the second level. So anyway, you do a little touch pass here, and he's going to start to now play some cover three. And I thought I had enough on his tail route to get the ball there. It looked like he was in cover three match, but Adrian Wilson just closes ground like a fiend and holds that to a 4-yard gain. So for the field goal again. That's a concept where I need a better tight end as far as route running goes on that flood concept against match or against man coverage. So again, you see here that we're matching pretty well out of palms there, out of that trips tight end set. So that stuff is still in check. And somehow Lamar Jackson gets wide on 4th and 1 on a misread on the zone read and keep. So he's able to get bailed out there. But there, Denzel Ward plays his quarter flat like a fiend and jumps that bad boy. So we're in pretty good shape here. Up 13-7, we're going to run Reggie Bush here, take some time off the clock, and secure that 2-possession lead. No need to do anything crazy. We're not about style points here. We're all about scoreboard. So we're going to take our points here with under a minute to go and go up 16-7. And since that first drive, we've done a pretty good job defensively. There's under a minute left to go, so no need to do anything crazy. We're in cover 2 sink here, which I haven't shown a lot of. That was the first time I played it all game. He looked a little bit confused. He had the left open there, but I think he got tunnel vision and wasn't quite sure what he was looking at, forced it, and I got the user pick with Mr. Edmonds there, and he will back out. So did a pretty good job. Well under 50% passing, and we made the plays we had to make. So that's that for that game. And now this was my final game of Weekend League. And you see there he has Reggie Wayne, he has Tony Gonzalez, and Lamar Jackson. You see there's my top 3 there. And again, defensively, I'm going to have to make some changes because of the fact that I don't have a solo check out of quarters or C9. So that takes 2 play calls away from me. And I hope that gets rectified. I'm on the EA forums, on the Madden Voice forums, picking up the cause as best I can. But I can only do what I can do and hope that like-minded people do the same thing. Because you can't have stuff like that. You can't take the approach of, well, the right approach is this. The right approach is to tighten up the coverage, get the coverage correct in order to combat the exploits as opposed to bastardizing coverages and ruining other things to account for them. That approach is just backwards to me. But, what can you do? So anyway, all you can do is voice your feedback and hope something good comes of it. But he's on the march here, and he's running shotgun ace. He's running a lot of angle routes and corners and a lot of traps. He's got Bo Jackson there doing his thing, and he's marching down the field. Same song, different verse here. Angles and crossers. My corner does not respond until way too late. That kind of deal. So, yeah. I had a tough time trying to figure out where he wanted to go with the ball first and take those first couple of reads away. And he goes right down the field and scores. So I'm down 7-0 right away. And he's going to start out playing some man coverage meta at a 3-3-5 and also playing some cover 2 out of this. There's the man coverage. And here I just threw it too late. What you got to watch out for when you're dealing with this kind of thing, with the man press meta and guys changing zone defenders or blitzers or spies to curl flats, cloud flats, hard flats, you got to throw that crosser soon. Or sooner than I did. I just threw it a beat too late, and it let the ball, to the defender in the flat. So that was a mistake on me. So right away, I'm down 14-0, and 14-0 down in a 4-minute per quarter game is not good. But here I'm just, trying to reverse course and get some points here, and not repeat the same mistake. So I cooked him on man coverage for a couple of completions. Now he's going to be in the zone, and we're going to run our zone concepts there. Again, we run good old smash. Smash, level, shallow cross and spot concepts are my established rhythm pass plays against zone coverage. I like to find variations of that play that have, man beating routes too as well. Sometimes you can't, and you gotta make do with what you got and have your own man beaters and your audibles. But that's generally how I like to go about things. So 14-7. Here's the ball again late in the second quarter. That was a case of drift at the corner, and there you see there some man adjustments I have to do when I played trips out of cover 3. But you can't really account for who is going to motion, so you just got to hope that you're right. And I was there. Second and 10, he does not want the flat route for some reason until there, and he throws it right to me. Again, same thing. I got to make some concessions to the game, the way it's playing now, to some of my coverages and man up guys and hope that I'm correct. So anyway, third quarter, 2nd and 7, motion my tight end there for a slant over the middle if I have it, We hit the flat route because he was on the cover. He was on the man coverage defender accountable for the back, but he was focused on the slant route and it freed him up. So I'm going to do Y cross here, and this. Well, I hit a curl route there, but that post stop route to the left is kind of growing on me a little bit. The more I throw it, the better success I'm having as far as timing it right. Pop Reggie Bush in there. So since that INT, good rhythm. Here he's showing a look that I think is going to be zone coverage. It's hard flatted, and again, just hit the hole there, and that's a case of Lamar Jackson's arm scaring me a little bit. We're going to have to upgrade that because that ball kind of floated there. That should have been an easy completion. And look at this, shotgun counter. And we almost housed that bad boy. So knocking on the door, little pistol zone read with the give, and we're tied just like that. So all we got to do is buckle down on defense now. Got that angle route covered. Here comes my pass rusher, so he just panics and just chucks it. My goodness. So we're right back in business. Having good success with this angle smash concept. We go to the backside this time and hit the curl route off coverage. I changed it from a combat route to a deep curl. So I just don't know the depth that he's going to be playing there with guys dropping into flats if he's going to do that. That time he didn't, so I was able to get it. And we get a pressure inaccurate out of Lamar on that shallow cross. So gotta settle for 3, which is disappointing. Lamar's item is starting to get a little dated right now. It's going to be time to move on, I think. And of course, in a 2-minute drill situation, we start out running. We've seen that a million times with the past year plus. He's a little bit hesitant to put the ball in the air right now. He's going to have to eventually, and here comes the same route combo, and we're on it. And this only opened up because when I sent the spy, it sent the coverage defender too. But luckily for me, he only gets 1 foot in bounds. And there, finally, we jumped that route. If you recall earlier in the game, that's the same concept he had success hitting against my corners right in front of them. That time they jump it. Break on the ball. Attack the ball. Don't be sitting there covering grass, people. So now we're just looking to make him use his timeouts. Had an incomplete pass on 3rd down, so had to settle for the 3, but at least now he needs a touchdown to take the lead and beat us. But I feel pretty good. And you see here, Palms is checking to special just fine and correct. Why would you remove the quarters version of the solo check? Why? Why? Makes no sense. Somehow this gets through. Oh, jeez. So anyway, we got to overcome that. That's always discouraging. He gained some yards there with Lamar there, so he's got 27 seconds left. He's now crossing midfield. Again, corner, you got to break on something. You just can't watch the guy just cross you. Now there's 19 seconds left. He has no timeouts. And I used Justin Smith as a spy, believe it or not. I put under pressure on him, and he actually did a damn good job doing it. As far as chasing guys down like Lamar Jackson there, that's just fine. And if he gets close to him with that under pressure, he can cause errant throws. It worked really nicely. I'm curious to see how that plays out with Vic, who's a little bit faster. Or if I have to change that now to a athletic defensive end with that trait. But anyhow, he's got nothing there. He had a playmaker in the back, but we're able to keep him out, and time expires. So we hang on, we win that bad boy. That's how we finished out our last 2 games of Weekend League. So yeah, the way I play defense has to change a little bit. And offensively, that's a little bit of a walkthrough as far as what I do live in games out of the Arizona playbook when I'm air raiding. And I'm going to go and try some spread playbook this coming week and roll out of that. I want to run some spread to run action along with the RPO game and see what works out of there, see what does not. I want to try the buck sweep and power read game, the dart read option, the outside zone game, all that I want to try out. So there you go. I hope that was a little bit helpful and insightful. Hope you guys enjoyed that, and I will talk to you all later. Peace.